Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to What You Up To Now, day 2201, documenting the journey originally as I transitioned and moved from the offline brick and mortar corporate world of businesses to the online world of business. And then 2020 with the pandemic and everything, back and forth again and into other things and other avenues. But basically, following my divorce in 2016, 2015. I don't even remember when I got divorced, but it took a while for us to divest ourselves and separate up our assets and businesses and sell them off, etc. And that left me in a position to decide, well, what the heck am I going to do now? Had been running an Italian food manufacturing business, worked in corporate America, done a whole bunch of other things, other businesses, but I wanted to explore something different. I wanted to check out the online world. And so since then, done a bunch of stuff online, some that's worked fantastically, others that's like epically failed. So today and every day for about the last 5 years or so, I've created a couple of pieces of content, sometimes more than others, but right now I've settled into a 2 items a day, one for my Supersize Your Business owner group to keep them informed and moving forward and just to stay in touch with them, and one for an annual challenge. I've been doing an annual challenge probably since I was in college. For sure, I would have this is what I'm working on this year. And I didn't really formalize that till after the pandemic. Well, actually in 2018, when I came online, I was looking for a way to warm up my voice every morning. And so I started with a little book that I had given to a friend of mine and I had a copy of, that we were going to do together when we were doing a network marketing business. Yes, I have been involved in network marketing as well. Lots of different industries, lots of different businesses. And we ended up not doing it. We started it, we did it for a couple of weeks, then we just ended up not doing it because, I don't know, life gets busy, life gets in the way. We weren't super committed to it. It was just a personal development, fun thing to do together. And stuff happens and our life went in different directions. So I picked that book up again in 2018 and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this year. And then I went to Funnel Hacking Live and that reinforced it for me that it was important to show up every day and be yourself and do what feels right to you. So that was one of my first challenges. And that year I actually was involved in not just my own challenge, but 2 others as well. So I was doing 3 annual challenges simultaneously that year. One was with a group of one of the 2 Comma Club Award winners in the funnel hacking world from ClickFunnels. Didn't work at ClickFunnels, but was a 2 Comma Club winner, had started a group to get more comfortable doing online video. And so I joined that group. I found out about it like the day before it started. And so I just jumped right in and started doing the annual challenge with that group of people, which was awesome. It taught me a lot about how many people commit to something and how many people actually see it through no matter what for a year, which is why I love annual challenges, because it shows you yourself. And if you're serious enough to do a little thing every day, it isn't a big thing. It's a little thing every day to move towards something that you say that you want. And since then, we've done happiness, fun, continuous improvement. Last year, we did the Get Your Goals annual challenge. We did one thing every day to get our goals. And then that set us up for a foundation of doing that for the rest of our life, right? You don't just get your goals one year and then never get goals again. Just like this year's challenge. You don't just grow one year and never grow again. So this year's annual challenge is the Let's Grow annual challenge. I have to thank a gentleman that I was in that very first group set up by Marion Insanu is his name, from his 2 Comma Club Award and ClickFunnels group is how I met him. And Chad Hanna was in that group with me, and he joined late, but he did multiple videos a day to catch up with the rest of the group and actually finished the challenge with, I think there were 6 or 7 of us that actually did the whole challenge every day of the year, including the founder of the group didn't actually do it every day that year, but 6 or 7 of us did. And that meant, technology didn't work. I got banned from Facebook for 3 weeks during that. So that made me have to get really creative. And how was I going to show up every day with my video, given that I was banned from Facebook? And things like that. So, and like Chad was such a great example. He started like a month or 2 late, yet he did enough videos to more than finish the year. He did, I think he probably did extra, but he gave me last year's idea for the annual challenge, and again this year's annual challenge idea. So I think he's my idea man. I gotta keep him around. So today, the couple pieces of content I created for Supersize Your Business, I was going to talk about burnout. How do you scale and grow your business without being burnt out? So I did a bunch of research on that, and then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I have firsthand personal experience of what happens if you drop dead. Guess what? If you drop dead, anything you're doing for your business or your family or for anything else on the planet, it doesn't matter one iota anymore. So I actually experienced that in 2010. I had a sudden cardiac arrest and checked out for a while. Luckily, I was one of the very few people that come back from those 100%. Not 100%. I'm definitely not 100%, but I'm, 99.5% in terms of memory and capabilities and skills, etc. So I learned exactly what amount of stuff my personal little red wagon could take. I also learned a lot about myself in terms of questions we ask ourselves, self-talk, personal development, and growth. Not balancing our life, but paying attention to all the different important areas of our life. If you don't pay attention to your physical well-being and your health, your spiritual well-being, your emotional and mental well-being, those things are going to catch up with you. No matter how fast you're running to grow and build and scale your business, they're going to catch up with you. At least they caught up with me. Maybe they won't catch up with you, but we're all going to die sometime. We just don't want to die ahead of time. And so I wasn't ready to check out in 2010, obviously, since I'm still here. So then I just shared 3 big things that I learned from that experience. And that's the ultimate example of burnout, right? Death is probably as burnt out as you can get. So I ended up just sharing those 3 things because a lot of the other things I was going to talk about, we've talked about before. We will continue to talk about. We'll talk about them again. And then today for the Let's Grow Annual Challenge, our topic is we're using the SOAP framework. This is a framework that I came up with and have perfected over the last few years in terms of how do you deal with any challenge, setback, roadblock, obstacle, problem, situation, whatever you want to call it. What's a process for dealing with that works every time and gives us the best outcome for us, the best possible outcome for us, because we used a process. We didn't just wing it or guess or go with the first thing that popped into our head. We actually have a system that we repeat over and over again, install it in our subconscious so we get the best results. I was sharing today that I think about 90% of the stuff that used to tip me over or stop me or frustrate me or give me any type of negative emotion, which is usually challenges and setbacks and frustrations and things don't work the way we want them to the first time. Most of those have gone away for me personally because I use this process on a subconscious level now. Whenever anything comes up, it's raining outside and we were going to go on a picnic, boom, this runs through and I come up with a solution without even having to consciously be aware of each of the different steps. So guess what? My annual challenges now since 2020 have included this SOAP framework. And in 2020 and 2021, I was just doing a 30-plus day challenge every other month, and we did the SOAP framework every other month those 2 years. And then last year, the year before, maybe even the year before that, we've done it every month with respect to a different area or aspect of our life. Why? Because if we try it on and use it and practice it with different areas and aspects of our life, no matter what comes up, we automatically use it. Now, you don't have to use this system, but you need to have a system that works for you. And this is the one that works for me and that thousands of us have tested, tried, and proven works. So today is step 1 of that process, and we're doing it with respect to relationships. So yesterday we said, okay, what is my most challenging relationship right now, or a relationship that I really want to grow and improve in, right? To me, growth is improvement. Might not be to you, might be another definition, but we did that too. We defined what's growth for us with respect to relationships on February 1st. And so the S stands for story. What is my current story and what is my desired story? What's going on right now? What is honestly happening in this relationship? And what do I really desire and want and want it to be? And that creates a gap between where we are and where we want to be. Guess what happens whenever you have that gap? Automatically, you start moving toward the thing that you want. We always get what we think about, right? Whether we believe it or not, the thing that we're thinking about most, and if you're not sure what you're thinking about, just look at your results. If your results aren't exactly what you want, you're obviously thinking about things that you don't want more than the things that you do want. So the whole purpose of this step 1 is to identify, where am I? Honestly, you got to be honest with yourself. where do I want to be? And then we start moving towards that. I am doing my relationship with my sisters. I have 3 sisters, a sister who is older than me and 2 that are younger. I also have an AFS sister in Canada. She's from the Philippines. And I could probably improve that relationship too. I don't get to see her or interact with her nearly enough. All right. So those were the piece of content I created today. Today is Monday. I love Mondays. Tomorrow is one of my granddaughter's 3rd birthday. Super excited about that. And so we are going to go get her nails done today. She and I and her mama, my daughter and she. So I'm excited. The only time I think she sits still is when she gets her nails done. So that's pretty exciting. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.